colleagues that I've mentioned their name. And I'm so glad to have my guest here, who is Sarah Sarome Kaylee Okai. She is a registered dietitian. Good morning.
Good
You're
morning.
looking great.
You are
I
too.
hope I've
Thank
gotten
you.
the Kylie or the
You see, you
Kaylee.
just said it right. It's Kylie.
Kylie. Right. Right. Thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
We are talking about food labels and food labels.
Yeah.
Basically, when we talk about food label, what does it mean, first of all?
So, what I'll start with is so GAND, as you know, is having a campaign in Nutrition Month, and for this month, our theme is behind every food label lies a story. So, what I'm saying is behind every food product that you are having, there is actually something that, there's every single detail that goes on into the food. The nutrients, the ingredients are all part of the story that comes out.
And we should consider all these.
You need to consider it because of how things are going about, right? So food labels are mainly, it's just like a label behind your pack or your food. So when you buy a product, when you flip the back, you normally see nutritional facts. Food label is describing the things that are in the food. Every ingredient you need is in the food label. Just like a husband has a successful wife, the food pack has a successful.
Oh, so literally that's the definition of.
Oh yeah.
What about those that we used to buy gobe on the roadside and watch it?
No, even that.
How will you get your food label?
The food label that that it has gobe contains what beans. At least you know it contains beans. At least you know it contains plantain. At least you know there's palm oil, there's gari. But in food, then so you know what it is. So it's like it's giving you a rough idea of what the food is about. Okay. But then I'm going to buy maybe a biscuit. And behind the biscuit, I don't see there is milk. I don't see what has entered into it. I don't think it's safe to consume. It's not safe to consume. So even what's on the roadside, so far as you know what is in the meal, it's an enough description to inform you, the buyer, that this is what you are getting, this is what you are not getting. So if you're buying jollof and you don't know what is inside, I beg, advise yourself.
That's just the intro. Now let's come to my main question. You are coming to tell us more into why we need to consider food labels as human or as even the youth and family. So your campaign and why is it so important for us to consider something like that?
Okay, so now in Ghana there's a rise in hypertension, chronic diseases, a rise in diabetes, there's a rise in cholesterol. There are lots of illnesses that are going on currently. And it's not only for older people. At first, we used to think when you are growing old, people now get sick. But now, even the kids, even the children are having hypertension, high blood pressure, are having kidney diseases, are having cholesterol, and all that. So now there is a need for us to pay attention to the food we are eating. And if you do not pay attention to the food label, there is no way you can say that maybe there is sodium in this food. I'm not supposed to consume that amount of sodium. There is high sugar in this food. I have maybe diabetes. I'm supposed to consume this amount of sugar in the day. So if we do not know it, we are putting ourselves at risk. And we will not have our young presidents grow up at the end of the day. So we need to really pay attention to it. It's very highly important. I'll mix the adjectives. Very highly. So it should tell you the depth of why we need to pay attention to food labels, because our health is very important. Your health is your food is your medicine. If you are not healthy, there's no way the money you are having you can actually spend it. And it actually boils down to what you're eating. You need to know what you're eating to be able to inform your body on what it needs at the time.
Let me say good morning to Konto. You understand. Kelvin, you also understand. Nana, you know what I'm talking about. What role particularly does the food label really plays in terms of diseases? Like you made mention of chronic and other fats, and also what role does it really play in that?
It makes you aware of what you're eating. That is the major role it plays. It gives, as I said, you're able to identify what you have eaten. So let's say you're hypertensive and you know that your recommended daily intake in the day is 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. What it means is when I'm taking any food at all, I should pay attention to the sodium intake over there. Okay, it shouldn't be more than maybe 5 grams in your product. That is low, So if you are looking at sodium intake, you need to, or paying attention, you need to pay attention to the amount of sodium you have in your food. Let's say sugars. Now for sugars, I am diabetic. I've seen no added sugar, or I've seen sugar free. No added sugar doesn't necessarily mean there's no sugar. It means that maybe there are natural sugars in there. Okay, sugar free may mean that there are maybe artificial sweetness. Do you understand? So these are things you need to know. If you do not know them, how do you buy what you want to buy? Let's say you are trying to control your cholesterol. You go for low fat. Maybe you go for skimmed milk because maybe you're trying to control your fat level. You're obese. You're trying to reduce your fat level. You look at the low fat options than the full fat options, or the let's say milk. Maybe have low fat, we have full fat, full cream milk. If I want to reduce my weight, I would go for low fat rather than full cream milk because I want to reduce. So those things are what help us make decisions when we go to the market. Yes.
Right, and for those that let me see, basically, generally, I'm going to buy a drink or biscuit. I'm just reading through. I'm seeing some jargons or the things I don't understand. How would I go about that to understand the labels of this particular product that I'm buying?
Okay, so when you look at the nutritional facts, you would have maybe carbohydrates, protein, fats, oils in there. You need to be, and I would like to say we are in a computer generation. There are some things that you need to be able to search out. Let's say you see something like aspartame. You see something like sucrose. You see something like dextrose. You will think, oh, there's no sugar in the food I'm taking. There's no sugar because there isn't no sugar, right? But when you look at it and go and search into it, you realize that these are sources of sugars. So sucrose, dextrose, aspartame. Aspartame is a natural sweetener. So if in the young generation,
I mean, I don't know the sucrose.
That's what I'm saying. When you see any label at all, if you do not understand something, you need to actually ask and search on it. Okay, we have your nutrients there. We have 7 size on the label. Now, what your 7 size is telling you is that let's say I have a biscuit, it's 500 grams total. And they tell me a 7 size is 100 grams. It means one biscuit is 1 7 size. Okay. So most of the time, the labels will do the analysis per a 7 or per the whole package. Okay. So let's say the biscuit is 100 grams, and they tell me that per 7, I'm getting about 32 calories. It means, or 300 calories. It means if I take the whole biscuit, which is 500 grams, 300 by 500 grams should give me about 1,500 calories. That is how you should, that's what should inform you. So the 7 size tells you exactly what you require. So I'll come and tell you that a dietitian will tell you, portion your food. In portion your food, it's not about only the gobe we are telling you to dish. It's about the snacks you are getting, the fruit you are also getting. So my snacks, my cereals, if they tell me that in my cereal, a bowl is about 320 grams. Okay, in 320 grams, maybe I'm getting about 5 grams of protein per 100 grams. So it means if it's 320 per 100, if I multiply by 5, I'm getting the amount I'm getting totally in the food. So you know what you know what I'm talking about. If I don't know my 7 size, the 7 size is there, I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
So it's appropriate for everybody to be checking those.
Yes. You want to gain weight, or you want to, I'll use that specifically because that's what we are normally all concerned about. I want to lose, I want to gain. The amount of calories in the food also affects your day. Let's say you need about 1,800 calories in the day. Okay, let's divide it into 3 meals. That's about roughly 600 calories per sitting, per meal, snack, breakfast, lunch, supper. 600 calories. I'm eating biscuit that is worth about 450 calories. Okay. Then my drink alone will take like maybe 300, 500 calories. That has exceeded what I need in the day. It doesn't matter. But if you're adding all the caloric intake you are taking in the day, it means that maybe you would have exceeded. maybe your target is 1,008. If you are not paying attention to your serving size and what is on the nutritional panel, you may not be able to reach your daily requirements in the day, or you may exceed what you have targeted. Yeah, so that is also a factor. And then you need to pay attention to allergens. You are allergic to something, you don't just go in for any products. Okay, maybe I have soy. There's soy milk, and I don't take soy. Most of the nutritional labels will tell you that allergen, soy included, or peanut included. Those are things you need to pay attention to, so that you don't find yourself wanting. You don't. Let's say you have there's a can of fish. You may not know it's a can of fish, the way the packaging has been done. Okay, if you see seafood present, you can see that seafood present is actually telling you that there's seafood. If I'm allergic to seafood, I don't have to take it at all. You've taken prawns. You've had a pack of prawns. Maybe it's in a biscuit. They've done some skirmishes in a biscuit. It needs to be identified over there. You need to also identify the expiry dates. The expiry date makes you aware of food safety. Okay, there's expiry date and there's best before date.
We will come to some of the things that you need to look on, but let's still be on the nutrition or the nutrients on the food. I want to find out, me per se, I want to maybe gain weight. I want to gain weight. Does it mean that I need to do all these calculations, know how many times, multiply by this, or in addition to that?
You need a dietitian, my dear.
So, but now, or I need to see.
You need a dietitian, but on a very general phase. That's why we are learning about food labels. The whole pack of food, as I said, maybe 500 grams. And most of the food labels would show you that per serving or per pack. So it tells you this is what you are getting at the end of the day. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe if the per serving will show you that would be for maybe those who are wanting to maintain their weight or weight. But if you know the total pack is 320 calories, it's actually in your favor. Some of the packs show you that the total calorie in the food is 320, and some break it down further to tell you that per serving, this is the amount of calorie or amount of protein you are getting. Do you understand? Yeah, so that is what it is.
But can I also go to hospital personally for them to tell me, okay, you need this amount of in your blood or the food that you are supposed to eat, so that whenever I go out to purchase something, I will know that I need this and that to do my calculations.
Yeah, on a normal, you can go to the hospital, get a dietitian.
Okay.
Get a personal dietitian, go to the clinic and get a dietitian to help you with the amount of calories you need in the day. Mind you, the amount of calories you need in a day also depends on your physical activity level. Okay, so you may have a sedentary lifestyle, and dietitians are such that, or nutritionists are such that we actually calculate the daily requirements you need in the day and let you know and give you guidelines on what to do or the meals you eat and amount of calories you get in every meal you're eating. So you can actually go to a dietitian, and it actually doesn't cost a lot to see a dietitian in Ghana.
For once, or
it's we monitor over a period of time. Okay. So you can come to me and say, I want my cholesterol is high. I want to reduce my cholesterol.
Okay.
I will not just do it on one visit. The first visit, you have to come on a review. When you review, then we can say that, okay, you're actually following the diet. You need somebody to check you up. It's like in school. That's what dietitians are here for. We are here to teach you what to do and also be checking the boxes for you.
It really works.
It does. It really does.
Wow.
People who are diabetic, who have seen dietitians, will attest to the fact that when a dietitian tells you that do this, eat high fiber, reduce your fat, exercise, it actually works, and they see a drastic change in their sugar levels.
Let's come to children aspect. How relevant is nutrition in the lives of children? Even with those the low memories and others, how does the nutrition help them in terms of
children are my hearts. The reason I'm saying this is they are growing. They need all the nutrients that they require. You cannot say that I don't have money, so I'm not going to give my child enough protein. There's kwashiorkor that is ongoing. Like there are people that have kwashiorkor because they're not giving their children enough nutrients that they need. Do you understand? So as a child, the child needs a lot of nutrients to grow because their body cells needs them, their muscle needs them, their energy. Children play a lot. So if you're not fueling them up, they'll be always weak. And nutrients like omega-3 helps children with brain development. Okay, so when you're buying a product for a child, you're looking at the food label. Maybe look at the amount of omega-3 in there, DHA, AHA. Make sure that those things are normally around that place in the food label. Then it's actually good for the children. Let's say a baby, formula milk. Formula milk actually has, some formula has DHA. It's a form of it's a nutrient, or AHA. It's a scientific name. Those things actually help in brain development. Okay, your child also needs a lot of protein for muscle building. Okay, so milk, egg, very important. Do not let your child go a day without having milk, unless the child is lactose intolerant. But if the child is not lactose intolerant, you should be able to give your child at least milk. At least you should give your child peanut butter. That is granite paste. Increases the amount of protein they have in the day. It actually helps. It boosts their immunity. It helps in their recovery. It helps in wound healing for them. Vitamin C should be something your child has. So it means fruit is something your child should always take because it has good amounts of vitamin C, good amounts of micronutrients that would help your child build immunity for certain diseases and conditions that comes their way. Because they are kids, their bodies, their immune system is now new to everything that's going on in the world now. So they need all the things to be able to fight. I mean, when a boxing ring in the body, these are the things the child needs, and it helps them a lot. Carbohydrates is important. Energy is important. Make sure your child is also active. Nutrition and lifestyle doesn't go. It's not two different ways. It's one thing.
They work together.
They are couples actually. That's one thing. So you eat right, let your child eat right, and then let the child also be active. Don't let the child be dull because the child may become obese. And you see that the child hasn't gotten to any certain age. The child is hypertensive already. The child is diabetic already. The child is having high cholesterol. Now you see all these things in children. It's very important. And it's because of the food they eat. You don't give your child a lot of artificial things, artificial spices and all that, when you know it affects them in there.
I wanted us to come to that. Those spices coming, how is it also affecting? Maybe they also have labels, this gram, this and that and that.
They do.
But in terms of its artificialism, how does it affect our health and other stuff?
Mainly for artificial spice, we are looking at high sodium. Most of them is high sodium. So why don't you go for natural spice? That is maybe no preservative, no amount of sodium, just as raw as it is, rentia, pepper, and all that they blended together and giving to you. Why don't you do that? If you want to go the artificial way, it should be per the serving or a little quantity. So if I'm doing maybe a cube or a seasoning powder or something, some people may use maybe 4 sachets of seasoning powder or 4 sachets of 4 cubes in a meal. If I'm doing 4 cubes in a meal, maybe the sodium that I'm getting in that cubes will be about more than is a rough estimate, maybe more than 500 milligrams of sodium or 2,000 milligrams of sodium. As I said, I need if that is it, it means that maybe I don't have to put salt in my food. It has to be balanced. Do you understand? Yes. Or you rather use the salt and then use the natural spice and then go your way. Some of these things are causing high pressure in people. And this is where most of our foods we buy outside. The amount of spice that goes inside, it's more than the sodium intake you even need in the day. That's why you need to be careful. Because
most of the times when I eat some food, me personally, and there are too much cubes inside, I will see my heart start beeping.
So it should tell you that the amount of sodium is too high for you. Do you understand? You should constantly be checking your vitals actually. Don't get a blood pressure monitor in the house.
But the moment I eat gobe, it's vanished.
Gobe is the savior of life. But even gobe is more carbohydrates than protein. Yes.
Because of
the beans everybody thinks is protein. It has more carbohydrates than protein. So whenever you're taking gobe, you need to have maybe egg or fish in addition to add up to it.
I know
Taste the
some people.
complete meal. I'm telling you, so when you're buying your food, you can make the right choice.
You need advice, my people.
Please, it's people. You put me the right
choice. Right. Now, what about depression, broken hearts? Because this one I saw, there's a story of a man bent a whole community also because of broken hearts and others. And how can food?
Please, when you have broken hearts, please just eat. Have you seen videos of people where they say they broken their heart, but they have time, they can eat. You broke my heart, so the next minute I'm eating. Broken heart shouldn't stop you from eating the right meals. It should even make you want to eat the right meals. Sometimes, personally, when I'm tired or when I'm down, I need food high magnesium. Or yes, I take chocolates, dark chocolates, to relax my nerves, to relax me, and I sleep instantly.
I like that one too. I really love that.
You love that one, eh? Vows Days next year, so you give your woman dark chocolate.
I thought maybe you come here, we have the same discussion, then we get some of the chocolates.
You don't have a problem. I'll come and shower you with chocolates.
Now let's come back to the labels. What are those things that we will see on the labels? We were earlier talking about that, and I said we'll come back.
Yeah. So the expiry dates and best before dates are things you need to pay attention to. Expiry dates actually pays attention to food safety. Best before dates actually pays attention to quality. So what they are saying is expiry dates. The food should not be eaten outside the date that is there.
Okay.
Best before date, it means after the date, the quality of the food would have reduced. So maybe the taste would have decreased. The texture would have been tempered with, or would have been reduced. Overall acceptability would have been reduced. So overall acceptability would have been reduced. So what it means is expiry dates. For expiry dates, you do not really need to. After the expiry date, don't eat. But best before, at least after some time, you can still consume. But knowing that the taste wouldn't be the same as it was before the best before. So those are the differences you have. And I mentioned the allergen. I mentioned the nutrients. Basically, those are mainly the things you normally see on the nutritional facts. Yeah.
And what are some of the practical things when someone is going on shopping? The thing that the person is supposed to do in there and others.
Flip the pack. The first thing you should do when you see some people when they go to the mall, it's like some people they say they're entertaining, but they're not entertaining. I've bought a product. You see, for the mall, they just do this, but they're not doing anything. Yes, but the main thing is when I buy a product, I have to turn it and then look at what it's saying for me. Do you understand? Yes, that is one of the things you need to do. The second thing, you need to pay attention to the ingredients. As a shopper, pay attention to the ingredients in there. Pay attention to you need to be able to compare brands. Okay. So I have maybe 2 chocolates. When I finish, when I end, you have to give me chocolates. So I mentioned chocolate. I have 2 chocolates. Sugar. I have to compare the sugar in both to be able to inform me on which one to buy per what I need. Okay, so you need to be able to compare brands. Okay, and you need to see the quality of the packaging as well. Do not just go for anything. When you see something is bloated, it's fault. You need to be able to pay attention to that. And buy in bulk when you see that is good. So let's say I would go for a high fiber option than maybe a refined carbohydrate option. Okay, I'll go for a high fiber option than more sugar or something like that. I'll go for a high fiber option maybe than high fats, and foods that contain trans fats. Please, it's very, very, very dangerous. Trans fats is bad fats and can affect you.
What are some of the examples of these food that you're talking about, the trans fats?
Trans fats. So, you need to see your label. Okay, trans fat shouldn't be more than 0.3 grams in your meal, in the food that you are getting. Okay, so if we are talking about food labels, I'm going towards this direction. Okay, but trans fat shouldn't be more than that.
Okay.
If it's more than that, it's high, and it can affect your cholesterol levels. Okay, so you, rather than trans fats, when you're buying vegetable oil, rather than having look at whether there's high level of saturated fats. That is saturated. Unsaturated fat is better than saturated fat. Okay, unsaturated fat is good fat. Saturated fat is actually bad fat. So saturated fat and trans fat are what you need to pay attention to when you're buying your oils and stuff like that. So those are the things, so trans fat. And if you want to, like, generally as we eat, oils that have been used over a period of time, you're going to buy that food outside. Look at the oil before you buy it, because that is high amount of trans fat. Some people have used the oil for 10 days and have not changed it. The components have been broken down and they become bad fats, and they will affect you at the end of the day. You are shocked.
We are eating some things.
Yeah.
All right. You see, there's a conference at the UDS.
Yes.
Tell us about the conference. Then we come to your final takeaways.
So you should follow our social media platforms for all updates on the conference, the COND. You know, we are going to the north, and we really need to, sometimes we forget the north, and we want to be able to go and have like a talk or have a nutrition time in the north.
Okay.
And experience the north for ourselves. The north has good food. The north has a lot of super packed nutrient foods over there. And as dietitians, we are also concerned about food. That's why we are going to the north. So the upcoming event, COND, is actually going to happen in the north. So just follow our social media platforms, and then you will actually see all the information there when we are having it, when we are starting.
I've been told it's 21st, 19th to 20th or 21st. 29th July to 2nd, I guess. I think.
Yes. So you see, I wanted to see if you are following us.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I wanted to see if you are following us. Yeah, you passed.
Yeah. So on 29th to 2nd.
Yeah.
I guess that is great. And what are some of the things that you just mentioned? Well, a couple of them. Who are those coming, and what are some advantages they are going
we'll
to
have
get?
Like our president of GAND there. We'll have some ministers, dignitaries over there. We'll have different dietitians over there, different nutritionists, people from outside coming in. It's a national thing.
Okay.
So just expect the best from GAND. We give you the best all the time. We are advocating currently, because we're advocating for food literacy. We want to talk more on food literacy. We want to let you know about food labels and all that. So those are the things that you should be expecting. That's what we are going to do.
So you look into this camera, then you give us an education on everything that we have talked today for my people within maybe 2-3 minutes if you want to do that.
So hi, this is dietitian Kylie, and when you are getting your meals, your packed foods, please pay attention to the food labels. Food labels may look like they are not important, but they're actually important in our health journey. So pay attention to the food labels. Try and buy in bulk. Try and eat healthy and exercise as always. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Sarumi.
Kylie.
Okay. A registered dietitian from Ghana Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Having a nutrition month, and we have had a couple of discussions regarding that. And I believe that you have learned a lot. I've taken mine, and you have also taken yours. Let's try and do the right thing. On my status this month, I said that let's try to do the right thing at every point of time. Don't just be buying food like that. Check the expiry date, most especially, and also best before date. These two things most of the times make me confused, but you have really educated me on that. Yeah, thank you very much. So thank you once again, and thank you for watching this. We'll go for a quick turn. When we come back, we are going to break down what is going to happen in Ablekuma North parliamentary election. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.